Hey everyone, it's Justin again. For the next few videos, we're going to be discussing all the different characteristics of function graphs. First up, we've got an easy one, relative maxima and minima. First, let's talk about what they are before we try to locate them. A relative maximum is a point that is higher than all the other points near it. In contrast, a relative minimum is lower than all the points near it. If a graph is super wavy going up and down multiple times, a relative maximum or minimum may not be the absolute highest or lowest point on the whole graph. And one last thing, the plurals are maxima and minima. One maximum, two maxima, one minimum, three minima. So, what are the relative maxima and minima for this graph? To find relative maxima, we find points that are higher than other points near them. On this graph, there is one maximum, here at 1, -1. On either side of that point, the graph goes down, so 1, -1 is the highest point. What about the relative minimum? Well, these 2 points seem to be the lowest, but that's only because we can't see any lower. Most likely the graph keeps going down, so those would not be minima. So then where is a minimum? Well, sometimes a graph just doesn't have a lowest point anywhere. There aren't any minima on this graph. What about this one? What are the maxima and minima here? The maxima is obviously this point at -3, 5. But wait a second. How could that be the maximum if these points over here are even higher? This is why we call it a relative maximum. It's the maximum relative to the points near it, even if it's not the maximum point on the entire graph. So are there any minima on this graph? Sure, right here at 1, -1. Just like with the maximum before, this is a minimum relative to the other points around it, even if it isn't the minimum of the entire graph. What are the relative maxima and minima for this graph? Pause the video and see if you can identify them on your own. The relative maximum is at 1, 3. This is another situation where it's a relative maximum, but not the highest point on the entire function graph. You might have struggled with the relative minima a bit, but there's a reason for that. There are 2 relative minima. The first point, -1, 0, actually has a more specialized role. It's not just a relative minimum, it's what we call an absolute minimum, because it is the absolute lowest point on the graph. One of the most important features of function graphs is maxima and minima, and luckily they're super easy to locate. In the next video, we're going to focus on the direction that graphs go and the points where that direction changes. See you then.